hope you're all having a fantastic day. Randy Rhoads lesson today. Yeah! Now, before I tell you all about it, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you know when new videos are going to be coming out, because I want you to be the first one to see them. Yeah! And if you are the first one, leave a message and say, first! Yay! Just so that I can see. And please do also give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on social media. It's so much appreciated. Today, Randy Rhoads lesson, I'm going to show you the arpeggios which I did on that track, which is called Wizard of Oz. Yeah! Why did I call it the Wizard of Oz? Ozzy, Randy being a wizard at guitar and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of cool. I had my brain going with that one, you know. Anyways, it turned out to be a fantastic track. I am so glad I was able to share it with you guys. I've been wanting to share that track with you guys for a long time. And a huge thank you to my buddy Dan from Prometheum, who gave me this guitar some years ago, and it's been so cool. I play it now and then, and it's always an event. Holding this guitar's an event, playing this guitar's an even bigger event. You know, simplicity, single pickup, it's an EMG. Yeah, the only guitar I have with an EMG in it, I think it's an 85, 81, EMG stuff. I just don't. It's got that ever so pointy headstock. Yeah! Anyways, I'm going to show you the arpeggio part. You guys loved that track, and it was kind of synchronicity because a bunch of you said, hey, how about some lesson on this one? I'd already been planning it. So here it is. Let's get into it. Here we go. Yeah, that cool Randy Rhoads style rhythm. If you guys would like a lesson on that rhythm, leave a comment below. Let me know. And I may just do it at some point. But today I am going to show you the arpeggios that I played. So what I'll do is I'll walk you through the arpeggio shapes, and then I'll actually explain the chords that I played under the arpeggios as well. So we'll get into the arpeggios first. Now my guitar is tuned down half a step. And if you'd like to download the tab, there is a link in the description box below. So please do feel free to download the tab as well. Alrighty, so the arpeggios I played were kind of like this. I'll play them first and then I'll break them down for you. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now I must admit the shape I actually kind of borrowed from the song Final Countdown by Europe. It's very similar, but I kind of reversed the order of notes which I play. So I started off with a higher note and went to the lower note and then rotated. But it's you know, pretty much the same when you play like Final Countdown. That type of thing, but I start off on the lower note and then go higher. And this time I'm starting off on the higher note and going to the low note. So I kind of got the idea from there. Pretty cool how these things work, isn't it? And I like to share those little tips because they are ever so useful when you're songwriting and solo writing. Alrighty, so that first arpeggio, what I did was I started off on the 12th fret of the E string, then I'm going to pull off to the 8th fret of the high E string, and then I'm going to go to the 10th fret of the B string, and then I'll come back to the 8th fret of the E string, hammer on to the 12th fret of the E, pull back off, and then the rotation starts. So like that. So that's the pattern, and basically my picking for this is I'm going to start off on the down pick on this 12th fret of the E string, pull off to the 8, and then I'm going to do a down pick on the 10th fret of the B string, and then a down pick again on the 8th fret of the E string and then hammer on. So I'm basically just doing down pick. So if you watch my pick hand, it's just going to go down to start off with, then down, down. So it's kind of a mini sweep there. And you can get pretty quick with using that, because it is a very, very efficient picking style. Now you do have to be careful a little bit just with the timing, because we've got the hammer on there. You've got to pause before picking that 10th fret off the B again. Pause, pick, pause, pick, pause, pick, pause. So when you do learn this, learn it slowly first and then progressively speed it up, so that your picking is accurately in the right place, in the right timing as well, and you hit the correct note when you need to. Nice little tip there, right? Alrighty. Okay, so that's the first one. Then I'm shifted up positions and I went to the 13th fret of the E string. I'm pulling off to the 10th fret of the E string, and then I'm going to the 10th fret of the B. So for this, because I was barring off the 10th fret of the B and the E with my first finger, I slightly palm muted the B string so that the notes wouldn't collide into each other. So kind of like this. So it stays clean, and the picking is exactly the same. Down pick on that 13, pull off the 10, down pick on the 10, and down pick on the 10 again. Same picking pattern, right? Alrighty, third pattern that I went to, I shifted over to the 10th fret of the E string, pulling off to the 7th fret of the E string, and then going to the 8th. Same picking pattern, down and then down, down. Alrighty, then I went over back to the 12th fret of the E, pulling off to 8, and then the 10 on the B. So the same as the first one that we did. Alrighty, now I'm going to shift over to the 8th fret of the E string, pulling off to the 5th fret, and then going to the 6th fret of the B. Same picking pattern. Then I shifted up 2 frets again, so the 10th fret to the 7th fret on the E string again, and then going to the 8th fret of the B string. And the final one, what I did was I went to the 7th fret of the E string, pulling off to the 4th fret of the E string, and then going to the 5th fret of the B. And then I did the tremolo picking after that. So I'm just doing 4th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, and then to end with a full step bend on the B string at the 8th fret. And some vibrato on it as well. So that's the full sequence. So I'll play it through for you slowly first, and then I'll explain the chords underneath it. So it's like this. And there you go, they are the arpeggio shapes. And then when you play them fast, they just sound absolutely amazing, as you heard on the track, which I'm going to show you in a second. But before I do, I am going to explain the chords which I play under this. So I start off on an A minor chord, and I actually play it as an A5. And the arpeggio that I'm playing over it is an A minor arpeggio. And I'm just playing the top portion of it. So that's why it works with the chord. Alrighty, next chord that I played was an F. And the arpeggio I played was an F arpeggio, F major arpeggio. Alrighty, next chord was a G chord. You guessed it, the arpeggio is a G major arpeggio. Then I went back to the A minor. Then I went over to the F again. Now, I actually played the F major arpeggio, but I played it in a different position. So this time I play it from the 8th fret of the E string, pulling back off to the 5. Then going back to the G. And then to end with, what I did was I actually played an E major arpeggio, and the chord that I played was an inversion of the E. So essentially what I did was I added in the G sharp on the E string, so I added in the 3rd on the E string. So I'm actually playing the 3rd on the E string, which is the G sharp, and then the 2nd fret of the A string and the D string. The reason I did that was because I came up with this sequence where I could play the 4th fret of the E string and then go over to the 5th fret of the E string and then back to the 4th fret, which sounded really, really cool. So essentially I'm doing that inversion of the E major chord, going to the suspended 4th, the sus4 chord, so that's the 5th fret of the E string, and then back to the inversion of the E. Sounded pretty cool, right? And the arpeggio is an E major arpeggio. So there you go. They are the chords, and that's how that whole sequence works together. I hope you guys enjoy that. Remember to download the tab if you would like to. Give it a thumbs up as well, share it with your friends, etc, etc. It's so much appreciated, and if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. I know you want to see this whole solo again and this song, so I am going to play it for you. Yeah, you're going to get it again. Here's the Wizard, the Boss. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Enjoy and have a fantastic day. I shall see you soon with another video. Alright, see you later. Bye.